If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it. Photon Store is the best place to get PTGO codes online with instant email delivery. They already have Darkness Ablaze available in bundles of 50 codes, single codes, and the pre-release promo box. What are you waiting for? Make sure you use Tablemon code for 5% off your final purchase when you're checking out. MillibotsGaming.com is the best place for you to find all the Darkness Ablaze singles you might need for your upcoming decks. Any alternatives, anything you need, make sure you get it at Millibots Gaming, and when you're checking out, make sure you use Tablemon code for 5% off your final purchase.
Tablemon.
Alright, so let's get a couple more games in with this awesome ADP Surge deck. This deck is so much fun to play, guys. Definitely give it a try, and definitely let me know your thoughts on this deck in the comment section down below. Alright, what does our opponent got? I'm curious, during this quarantine time, besides Pokemon, what else do you guys like to play? I've been loving playing some Mario games on my Nintendo Switch. So we win the coin flip. Let's decide to go first. Tablemon himself recommended an awesome one for me, and I've been definitely enjoying it, called Super Mario Odyssey. That's been a fun game to play. 100% would recommend. Not too bad of a turn one hand, but we're looking for an energy to attach. So let's use Quick Ball. Discard an energy switch. What? A boss's orders. Let's get our Zacian V. What have we prized? We have indeed prized 2 energy spinners, an energy switch, as well as a Bill's Analysis, an air balloon, and 1 basic metal. Okay, it's always good to check your prizes so you can make a game plan around that and prepare for some stuff. You know what? Let's just use a Quick Ball. Discard an energy switch. Get another. You know what? We want that energy. So let's go for the Crobat. We really would prefer an energy. Nice. So we could even consider conserving the Dene for next turn. That is reasonable. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to conserve the Dene for next turn. You know what? Scratch that. We have more supporters in deck. And we also have our Intrepid Sword. So we're going to play to win. Nice energies. So we'll just use our Intrepid Sword. Nice. Drawing all of our doubles here. I mean, it's not terrible. What does our opponent have? Oh, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia with their own Oricorio GX. So as long as they don't get that turn 1 GX attack going second, we should be in a pretty good spot. They benched both a Crobat and an Oricorio. You see a Marnie from them? Alright. I respect the Marnie. Not too bad, a Metal Saucer. What does our opponent have in store for us, though? Do they get the Zacian V, Metal Saucer, Energy Switch, and Water Energy? Off 6 cards. They've already discarded an Energy Switch, so we'll have to see. Giving us the Viridian Forest. Trying to kill our hand, too. But unbeknownst to them, our hand's perfectly fine. I guess, yeah, they have to play to that. That's fair. I do respect that. So we will use our Viridian Forest discard a switch. We just want to dig for that boss's orders for next turn, which we have 3 in deck, and of course our Eldegoss V. Such a great card, very reminiscent of VS Seeker. If any of you guys remember playing with that card in the standard format. If you guys played it during that time, do let me know. That's when I actually started playing. Right when VS Seeker was still legal, right before it rotated out. That was a fun format. All formats have been pretty fun, what am I saying? So bench at the Dene GX, use Dene change, we're looking for that boss's orders for next turn. There it is. I'd prefer to hold this hand if anything. Use Alter Creation GX. Leaving a bench spot open in case we need to use Eldegoss if our opponent Marnies us as well. And of course, having the boss's orders in hand is so great. If our opponent decides to attack with Mawile, that seems a bit scary. For them anyways, not for us. We just knocked it out in one hit. There's the boss's orders. Trying to a stall, okay. I'm sorry, opponent, but the time has come. So I will switch. I will use Viridian Force, discard a Zacian V, get a Water Energy. So we have the 2 boss's orders, 2 quick balls. Alright. Attach boss's orders on the Oricorio GX. We don't want him drawn too many cards. And attack with Ultimate Ray. 180 damage, attaching 3 basic energies from our deck to our Pokemon in any way we like. Does our opponent have a boss's orders to retaliate? There's an energy spinner. There's an energy. There's another energy spinner. I'm hoping they don't have a boss's orders because our hand isn't too great now. And we had to go for the boss's orders either way. Assuming they're gonna have it. If they don't, that's just game. One hasn't played down yet. They're down their Eldegoss. Do they play Great Catcher? We're gonna have to hope off this Primate Wisdom, I'm guessing. Yep, there it is. Nice job, bud. That was actually pretty good. I mean, we got lucky with our Primate Wisdom, so I guess it's owed to one of our opponents, right? So let's promote our Arceus Dialga and Palkia GX, because it can take a hit. There's a Cherish Ball. Let's take the Dene. We have 2 bosses, or we have 5 outs in our deck. Do we have any energies? Yes, we do. So let's even thin a couple of energies out of our deck, because we don't need them anymore. We have 2 Pokemon powered up. Yep, that's all we need. So let's just keep digging. And now we're going to a smaller hand. Just gotta ditch it. And there it is. GG's to our opponent. Ultimate Ray for the KO. Our opponent says well played. 3-0 with ADP Surge. So far, we haven't been able to utilize Mutant Surge in these games, but let's see if we can show it off to its full extent. 3-game win streak, that's pretty awesome. This deck is definitely not always the easiest to play, especially with some of its sequencing. So definitely give it some practice. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this deck. I'm super duper curious. There have been so many tournaments going on. It's been crazy. One literally just about every single day of the week. Whether it's old format tournaments, whether it's current standard format, whether it's expanded. Oh, so many. It seems like Pokemon's been even busier during the pandemic than before. We won the coin flip, so let's go first. We always want that crucial turn 1 energy attachment. Opponent has no basic Pokemon, that's fine. Let's get a Rangaroo. Starting Pokemon, not too shabby. Never hurts to start a Rangaroo. What are we up against? Oh, this Dark Box or Eternatus with a Weavile? We shall see in time. This should be fun. Usually Eternatus is a matchup where where Lieutenant Surge is really, really helpful. There's a water energy. Yep, it is Eternatus. So we're probably going to want to save that water energy, I gotta say. I'll give you guys a little hint. So we're going to use Primate Wisdom. Put the water energy back. Get a medal. It's fine. Attach an air balloon to a Rangaroo, and then just bench the Dene. Because we're going to need that water energy. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. So let's go Quick Ball. Discard. I would say the boss's orders here. Let's get that Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX. Bench. We'll go attach. We'll use Crobat to draw 4 cards. Nice. Actually, that's a pretty good draw. I'm gonna be honest. Now let's use Quick Ball. Discard the Cherish. Take that Zacian. Bench Zacian. Use Metal Saucer. We don't know if our opponent is playing Tool Scrapper, so in this situation we would want to retreat. And just use Intrepid Sword. Alright. Wow, we have 2 Metal Saucers. That's impressive. We can fully power up a Zacian this turn, which is crazy. In fact, it might not even be terrible to go for an Naya on this Eternatus speed. Excuse me. Only time will tell as we see what our opponent does. No, ADP is kind of like the villain of the current standard format. And I can understand why. It's a very powerful deck. Almost seems like the deck to beat right now. Kind of like when Pikachu and Zekrom was the almighty deck. That was such a long time ago now. I can't believe it. Cynthia and Caitlyn in Eternatus. That's the first time I've seen that. So this should be interesting. Depending on what our opponent does, depends on if we want to go for the KO. Because if they go for a Power Accelerator powering up another Eternatus, it's probably not worth going for the KO. We shall see. Power Accelerator, alright. So I would assume that going... Alright, yeah, so that's not going to be too scary for us. So let's go with 2 Metal Saucers. And you know what? What's in our discard? Let's go for the research. Alright, so no KO this turn yet. I think we're okay to win this game, though. Either way, I think we're okay to win this game. 4 metal saucers down. So we would definitely need a Mawile next turn. So you know what? Let's go Quick Ball. Yeah, we only have one switch left in deck. So we're gonna need that Mawile for next turn. Attach to the active. Bench the Mawile. I know we're doing this preemptively, but in case we get Marnied. Alright. I'm gonna use Primate Wisdom, put the boss's orders back on top. And then just use Alter Creation GX. A Black Market Prism Star. Oh boy. That could be troublesome. But they can't get energy on all of their Pokemon on the bench. So I think we should be in an okay spot to win this, still. I don't think our opponent can do too much here. Alright. Probably not going for Crobat. That's interesting. Attaching an energy. Do they have the KO? It's asking for quite a bit. Nope, just a Dread End. Alright, so I think this game should be a wrap. Especially with a top deck like that. Oh wait, no, we need that, never mind. Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. So, it's definitely not bad, yeah. Let's go Primate Wisdom, put the Zacian back. Alright, Zacian for Zacian. Energy Switch. Do we even need to go for boss's orders? I actually don't even think we need to go for boss's orders. So let's just go Ultimate Ray. You know what? 1, 2, 3. Metal goes here. Metal goes here. Water goes here. There we go. Excuse me. Our opponent can't limit their bench for long, though. That's the thing. So what we can do is we can also just go for the KO on the Sneasel with the Mawile if our opponent doesn't evolve it. So our opponent whiffing that turn 2 KO is pretty big. Did they prize a lot of their Crobat? That must be the case, right? Mal and Lana. It is definitely a pain. However, this should still be okay. Due to the fact that we just knocked out this Weavile and our opponent does not have a full bench. And if they do, and they are going to have to overbench. Oh, but the Black Market Prism Star. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fine. So there we go. Lieutenant Surge. A boss's orders. Onto the Crobat. 2, 6. So you know what? In case our Zacian gets KO'd and for some reason we need it. Now let's just go with that Professor's Research. We'll go Attach. Let's go Brave Blade. We're looking like we're in a pretty good spot to win this one. Professor's Research, Air Balloon, and Eldegoss. Nice. So now we have a whole lot of outs to win. I wanted to keep that energy just in case we need to KO with Zacian. We also have Energy Switch to attack with it. I'm almost certain anyways. Can our opponent get the KO in time? How many switch are we in? Just the one. So I think we can pull this one out. It's a quick ball. Was that a Weavile GX? I think that was. Oh, an Umbreon and Darkrai GX. Oh. That could pose for an issue. Does our opponent have a switch? They only played one? We shall see. We can't play any trainer cards. And of course that has 270 HP, so we can't knock it out even with Zacian. And the only way to one-shot it is if they fill up their bench completely, which I assume our opponent will not. So this one might be a tough one to close out because of this Black Market Prism Star, complicating things quite a bit. Let's see if our opponent remembers to spread around all of their energy. Oh! Well, I guess, yeah, they just, no, it doesn't matter. So we'll bring up the Oranguru. So we know our opponent, we know that our top cards are not boss's orders. Or our bottom cards that were shuffled in. So there's no reason to shuffle our deck. 36 million. 20, 250. There's nothing I'm missing with this, so sure. Let's attach here, and then just the Dene. Let's see. There it is, the boss's orders. What we needed to close out this game. That Lieutenant Surge coming in clutch last turn to get it so we can just thin our deck more in case of something like a Marty or a reset stamp. And there we go. Closing out the game with a nice Wily Bite attack. Pretty good, I gotta say. This deck can even go toe-to-toe against Eternatus. And quite an interesting Eternatus list at that. Definitely could have posed a threat with that Black Market Prism Star. Though a lot of the Eternatus lists have been cutting cards like that just to add extra consistency. So I'll show off the list one more time. So do give this deck a try if you like, and be sure to make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel, the official Tablemon YouTube channel. Make sure you're following Tablemon on Twitch, make sure you're following him on Twitter as well, Facebook, and Instagram, and make sure give me a follow at the guy with two hats on Twitter as well. And also, if you want to just know some cool stuff going on in my life, give me a follow on Instagram, Snapchat. And also I do streams on Twitch, usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Not all 3 of those days in a week usually, but even though I try to. So do give me a follow on Twitch as well if you want to see some Pokemon content, along with some other games like Super Smash Bros. And maybe some other really fun Switch games as well. And just a whole lot of variety stuff. And of course Pokemon. Can't be without Pokemon. And just let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd be super duper curious what you think of this deck if you guys want to give it a try. And a huge thanks to Henry Brand for creating the initial idea for the deck. Just a super duper awesome deck. Just a super awesome idea with Lieutenant Surge, since Arceus Dialga Palkia's 280 HP just doesn't cut it anymore, as weird as that sounds. So make sure you're liking the video, subscribing to the Tablemon YouTube channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye!